Let's take a look at what's in my toy box. This is a collection of my old toys, mainly action figures, from the 80s and 90s that I kept since my childhood. It's by no means an extensive collection. I mean, for some toy lines I only have one figure, but it's what I had, and I mostly made this video for posterity and to share with all of you. So let's take a look at what else is in my collection. Right, let's kick things off with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Another one of my favorites from the late 80s and early 90s. I mentioned before that I don't usually have the regular figures or regular characters in the lineup. So the first one up is Wacky Action Break Fighting Raph. As the name suggests, he looks wacky, just like his compatriots. Still based on the standard body structure, just with some crazy actions, crazy weapons, and real comical expression. He comes with a few weapons, like this one here that can fit on the foot, like that, and another one in the hand, made up of rats from the sewer. He still has the standard belt for his size. You can also put a blade on the back. But strangely, for the wacky action, you actually need to remove the belt and grab his sewer cover shield. And that goes in the back, like so. You press this button a few times. Okay, prime him up and put him down. And off he goes. Spinning around and taking out all the enemies. Next in the lineup is the Sewer Swimmin' Donatello. Another wacky action character. He doesn't come with a bow, but he does come with a submersible, what seems to be a harpoon. So you can actually orientate his feet and wind him up. He will start swimming. And this actually works in the water. So if you put him in the bathtub, he'll start paddling around. And last of the Ninja Turtles is Michelangelo blowing a raspberry. This is rock and roll Michelangelo. He's got one straight arm and one bent arm. So being Michelangelo, he can have his nunchucks. He also comes with a shield. And you can wind him up. And let him rip. Sending his enemies into a spin. I don't actually have a wacky action Leonardo because his version came out in the next series, which I didn't get. But to round out the good guys, we have Casey Jones, the sports loving good guy, complete with his mask and his shoulder pad. It's got a few weapons inside a golf bag. There we go. He's got a golf club and a couple of baseball bats. But he's got this really weird hand orientation. Not really fit for fighting. But there you go anyway. Casey Jones. On to the bad guys, and the baddest of them all, Shredder. Now he does look pretty cool, but he is in a very weird, tricky pose, which is almost impossible to stand up. But at least he's in a ready fighting stance. Just like Casey, he's got a number of weapons, but his hands aren't really designed to grip them. There's a sword which is a bit bent. Got a couple of others here. And of course, his cape. It looks really complete. I like his spikes especially. And what is an evil villain without some henchmen? A Foot Clan foot soldier. Strange looking bunch with bags over their heads. Another weird stance with very long arms. Comes with weapons I don't recall seeing in the cartoon. It's also a knife and a weird club on the end of a whip. And there's also a city sewer shield. But I only have the one. Probably need a whole bunch of them to make an army. And the last TMNT character I have is the Rat King. Ugly looking customer. Covered in rats and bandages, spiders. He's got weapons that are rats. A hook. A crossbow that shoots a rat. And there's another one made of snakes. I do have one vehicle, which is the Cheapskate. We all know how much the Ninja Turtles like to skateboard. This is a fan-powered skateboard with a light. And let's get one of our characters here. Pop Michelangelo on the top. Just put the pin in his foot and he's ready to go. There we are. Okay. And if you push it back, pop it up, bang! You can knock over your enemies with a foot. It just clicks in here with the lever. Now, Transformers is another cartoon I was a fan of watching, but I didn't really have many of the toys. My parents didn't buy me so many of them, but I did have a few unique ones, starting with one from the Pretenders series called Octopunch. Naturally, he's some sort of octopus creature, monster, in a diving bell. That makes sense. He's got a big laser gun. He can take off his helmet. Pretty ugly dude. what's special is you can open up his body and there'll be a little guy inside. There's another transformer on the inside. So this guy can convert into a crab, bring his head down. And move out his pincers. And on the back of Octopunch are these legs. Take them off and put them on our little crabby friend. It's a little bit loose after all these years. But there we go. Snip, snip. And take those off, put them back in. Can pop our little friend back in there. Sits in there. It's got a little gun as well. Way around. There we go. And put the front back on, and voila. There we go, Octopunch. This next one is probably one of the oldest that I have, and one of my pride and joys. It's a shockwave gun. I'm not sure how old this is. I'm pretty sure it's quite a while ago, early 80s. And as you can see, it's battery powered with a square 9-volt battery. I think I tested it out and hasn't worked for quite a while now. But it used to make nice sounds. As you can see on the back, you can choose from 2 different sounds. It's got a range finder, and obviously can convert into Shockwave himself. So take this part off and then push his arms down to reveal his head. Pull his legs out and push them across. And fold this back up over the battery, form sort of a backpack. Swing out his feet. But this trigger is in a somewhat unfortunate position. But we'll put that down to poor design. A little bit tricky to stand up. But there you have Shockwave. And we can quickly put him back into gun mode again. Just close his legs, fold up his feet, push his legs in, fold down the backpack, and then put his arms over his head. Like that. And put the cover back on. There you have it. The complete Shockwave blaster. From really big transformers to tiny ones. I didn't have any regular size transformers, but I did have these MicroMasters. We've got Powertrain, High Jump, Tote, and Mudslinger. And these 4 guys form the off-road patrol. They're really basic. Just a couple of conversions. And there you go. His arms are above his head. That's so weird. This guy, pop that back, pull his legs down, and his hands go down. His arms can't reach around his belly. Hey, needs to lose some weight. And he can't stand up. There's a little minivan. Pop this over his head. Pull this down. And swing his legs out. There his little arms. There we have it. And same thing with this guy. Except his head just... There we go. Hello. I've got more small ones, and these were the combiners. So they were a team of 2 small guys joined together, and these were all part of the battle squad, Decepticon battle squad. And first up we have Half Track and Meltdown. So they come apart. Similar thing to the earlier guys. Swing his legs down, arms above his head, and if we can pop out his head somehow, right, with help from a tool, out pops his head. Then his offsider is this guy with the cannon. Don't think his legs come apart. No, they don't. And arms swing up. And that's it. Simple. Next one is the jet plane. You got Firebolt and Vanguard. And that comes apart. Do the front guy first. Head pops out. Looks a bit like a mermaid there. And flip this back and there's his feet. Oh, it's got 2 little hands. See if he stands up. Should do. This dude swings his legs down, arms up, wings back. There we go. And lastly, we have Direct Hit and Power Punch. Similar thing yet again. Up come his arms. Oop. This guy's got cannon on top. Arms down and swing this back. There we have it. Little cute team. And once again, I've kept the packaging backing card for the MicroMaster Combiner Battle Squad. You can see the whole gang here at the front. And on the back, I can see why I kept it. It has all the instructions and each of the team and a rating of their abilities at the bottom. Now, very similar to Transformers were the Mighty Machine Men, as they were known in Australia, or GoBots in other places. A lot of people think that it's a copy of Transformers, but in actual fact, it came out first. And the only one that I've got is a submarine called Dive Dive. Feels a little bit heavier, kind of metallic, not so plasticky. So you just pull his arm down off his head. Separate the rudder, pull that down, rotate it. Put his feet up. Once again, a bit like Shockwave. He has some questionable anatomy. So we'll just tuck those two things behind. And there we go. Biff biff. He's got a wheel at the front and this wheel as well, so I guess he can roll along the ground as submarines do. There we go. Now, as an offshoot of Mighty Machine Men or GoBots, they also had Rock Lords, which were rocks that also transformed. Now, I've got 4 of them here. There we go. So first up we have Boulder, because he looks like a boulder. I think he was the leader. You fold that out. Oh my god, it's not a rock, it's a robot. His arms come out. He's got a nice orange helmet. Means business, this guy. And then you just flip out his feet. Chuck on his gun, which is this long rifle. And he's ready for action. His teammate was Granite. This one's a flat rock. He was very obedient at school when his teacher told him to put his hands on his head. There's his hands. There's his leg. There's his head. Arms down. Turn his feet around. These legs have got a bit of a spring in there. They're actually pretty well made. I like the pattern on the outside. Make it look a bit realistic. And there's his gun. Alright, now to the bad guys. This brown one, I think was their leader. His name is Magma. Fold his legs down. Arms out, head up. And strangely, the good guys used firearms, but the bad guys used hand-to-hand weapons. He's got a club. Now his arms pull down a little bit. Okay. And the last one is my favorite one. You stand there. This is Sticks and Stones. Why? Because it's 2 in 1. Let's fold down his legs. Turn it around. It's purple and red. Open up. Who's inside? Ha! He's got 2 heads. But 1 weapon. Double-ended. Spiky stick. Rawr. Oh. They are the Rock Lords. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.